As I was saying, not to denigrate kickers or NASCAR drivers, because kickers and NASCAR drivers are great guys, and I wouldn't want anybody calling me a girl or anything else like that, but that's not what I'm doing. Just explaining the answer to the question. You could also go so far as to say that golf isn't a sport. Are there athletes in golf? Yes. There has been one man who has played professional golf, who is an athlete, and his name is Tiger Woods. All the rest of the guys, they're wannabes. Okay, the next question that we have is from Latasha in Iowa. And her question is, why is this the first time the U.S. women's soccer team got a parade? I mean, they won. This is their third championship, and this is the first time that they got a parade, which was yesterday. If you don't think that that's sexism, you're a fool. And I'm not trying to hear all of that. Well, I hear you, Natasha. I totally hear you, Natasha. Like I said, we're doing the best we can to keep politics off this show, and I'm going to do that. But the way I would answer that question, Natasha, is just to say that we're making progress. And I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And I see there's another comment here below Natasha's comment. It's Pearl from Louisiana. And in response to her question of the why is this the first time that the U.S. women's soccer team's gotten parade? Is it because of sexism? Pearl says, Like, I'm guessing that means I'm dittoing that comment. And the last comment in this section is from Ebony in Georgia. And her comment is, baby, I know that is right. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. So, we'll do a couple more viewer mails in the next segment. But for right now, we're going to go and talk about the U.S. women's soccer matchup. Now, the United States played China in the quarterfinal rounds. And then they played Germany in the semifinals, and of course, you know, they beat Japan in the finals matchup, which was, in soccer, a blowout 5-2. I'm going to talk a little bit more on the championship, but the first thing here that needs to be noted is who is the MVP of this team? And the answer is simple: Carly Lloyd. And I don't expect any disagreement with that, because if you do, you're wrong. In the now, Julie Johnston and Amy Rodriguez and Megan Rapinoe and all the rest of them, they played a wonderful team match. But Carly Lloyd is really the one that stood out. She was the firebrand. She was the one that's responsible for most of their offense. And in the lone goal against China, the goal came on an amazing kick. It was almost halfway up the field from Julie Johnston, which Carly Lloyd headed in, almost interfered with the goalie, because she's so feisty and she's so aggressive the way that she plays. That was it. That was the first game, 1-0. In the second game versus Germany, Lloyd scored the first goal in the game to make it 1-0. And then later on in that game, she was the one who took the corner kick, and the kick went just to the side of the goal, and she passed it back in to O'Hara, and O'Hara was the one that bounced it into the goal for the 2-0 lead. So Carly Lloyd scored the only goal against China, and then she scored one goal against Germany, and then had the assist on the other goal, and then she scored the first 3 goals in the match versus Japan. And then that brings us to the match versus